Greetings, Earthlings. I have come from the future. At first sight, you'd think I'm just another rock vocalist. But where I come from, the appalling problems of your era are no more than ancient history. I was born on Ganymede, Imperial Federation of Jupiter, in the year 4049, and my name is Boris. Back home I was a voice master, working the starship circuit. Our special sonic powers are essential to the safe and regular star travel that is the backbone of our civilization. Lady Rowena, my sweet love, Empress of the Federation, and never did a more beautiful lady set eyes upon a star. But all that bliss was about to be shattered. You see, Laird Mormal, my boss at the Guild of Voice Masters, happened to be an aberration in our utopia. He was in charge of the Federation's space network, but was actually a corrupt high official, something humanity hadn't seen for centuries. To him, the word Jupiter meant only power, manipulation, and control. Rowena had no choice but to take that challenge head on. She asked for help from her friend the rebel Microchip, a mysterious and cranky genius rumored to be the holographic incarnation of a powerful software. Chip had a plan involving Mormal's ancestor in the 21st century. The idea was to use an antique space probe launched from Earth in 1977 as a means of traveling back in time. The famous Voyager, a Federation tourist hotspot whose journey through the solar system and beyond is still the stuff of legend. It's up to you, it's up to me. No one's gonna bear us out, you see. So, Voyager was to be the vehicle, and I was to be the hero. Having received my briefing, I set off for Voyager. Upon arrival, I activated my force field suit and floated towards the probe, while back on the ship, the tourist stared in shock as I began climbing the struts. Just as I was concentrating, anticipating the leap through time, got a last holographic call from Rowena.
Farewell, lover mine. Is the die not cast?
I was so excited at the thought of seeing firsthand our once beautiful cradle planet. I couldn't wait to see that unbelievable profusion of flowers, trees, and forests, and the animals, each more wonderful than the last. That sky of turquoise, pure and bracing air, and the water, so dazzling and in such quantities it was a true miracle. I was in for a shock. What I found instead was widespread paranoia, confusion, hypocrisy, and greed.
The fight is over, the war is lost, and I see my lifeless soldier staring at me.
I was devastated, Earthlings. Chip's plan was a failure, and I was stuck for good in this infernal century. I tried to focus on the few signs of hope I could find.
Which way you going? There is no room for your pride, no fame, no glory. Lay all aside. Life is a star drowned in the day, more than 1,000,000 miles away from home, from the place where my heart belongs.
Never again would I set eyes upon Jupiter and its magnificent civilization. Never again would I hold the lovely Rowena in my arms. Yet I still had a mission to accomplish, if only out of my love for her. It was time to meet Frankie Morlock, the ancestor. Typical high priest of the time, speaking of progress and prosperity while spreading doom and despair. But I knew every one of Morlock's dirty secrets, having consulted the archives in the future. Alas, my appeal for ethics got nowhere. He was too far gone in the nauseating values of his century, and when he realized I was no threat, he threw me out. It takes more than that to discourage a voice master of the guild. I decided to bring my message directly to the citizens, revealing to them that even if the immediate future is to be terrible, humankind will manage in the end to fulfill its glorious destiny and its wildest dreams. And that's when I began my musical career, adapting my skills to the time. But Rowena is worried, for her minstrel has not returned from his mission. Chip finally summons the nerve to reveal the disaster to her. She doesn't hesitate for a second. She will abandon her throne and join her lover in the past. Although astounded at her decision, Chip calculates a new trajectory, using Voyager's sister probe, exhibited for centuries in a museum on Mars. The fateful night arrives. Rowena climbs the probe, triggers the mental process conceived by Chip, and as her lover before her, she vanishes into the time stream. But on arrival, she has completely lost her memory. After months of confusion, she succeeds in constructing a new identity and becomes Gaia, a formidable environmental activist. It doesn't take her long to identify the shadowy Morlock as her major target. Thus, unknowingly, both lovers pursue the same goal separately, under the watchful eye of Morlock. After a concert in Paris, I was returning to my hotel when I happened upon a street fight where hooligans were assaulting a woman in the building site. Running to help, I had to use my sonic powers to rescue her and to dispose of the ruffians. But those eyes... Suddenly I knew it had to be her, Rowena, my sweet lady. I couldn't believe it. Although grateful, she ignored my talk of memories and introduced herself as Gaia, blaming Frankie Morlock for the attack. And she did not recognize me, even finding my way of calling her my lady or lover mine a little strange. As for me, I couldn't understand why she pretended not to know me. Despite this hopeless mix-up, we did develop a certain complicity. After all, did we not have an enemy in common? Did we not in some ways pursue the same mission? In any case, I'm glad to say we fell in love all over again. And this gave us the strength to go on to further adventures, well beyond Frankie Morlock and the Federation of Jupiter. And after all that, what about Earth? That, my friends, depends mostly on you and me.